So to make Hasselback chicken, you're going to start with 2 cloves of garlic, or listen to your heart and use as much garlic as you want, but really you don't want to overpower this dish with garlic. You will have a nice blend of vegetables with the garlic, the sweet peppers, and the onion if you stick with about 2 to 4 cloves of garlic. You're going to mince that finely, and then you're going to set it off to the side. I know, mince, 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 mince. And I don't know why, but my cutting board kept sliding all over the place, which was the most annoying thing ever. Also, I need to get a tripod. I don't have one, so be patient with that, please. Here in a little bit, you're gonna see it an olive can. You don't even need olives for this recipe. So you mince your garlic, you set it to the side, you make sure it's super fine, and then here in a few seconds, you're gonna start on your sweet peppers. Now, sweet peppers are smaller than a bell pepper, but they are in the bell pepper family, and well, the pepper family, I guess all peppers are related, but they have the most delicious, well-balanced taste. I love sweet peppers. I can eat these raw. My kids can eat them raw. You're gonna want to take their tops off, have them take out the seeds, which luckily these are nothing like bell peppers. They don't have that many seeds. And then after you get them halved, you're going to have these 2 nice strips that are thick, but you're going to cut those into thinner strips, and then you're going to chop them. And again, it's a lot of chopping and a lot of slicing, but it is so worth it in the end. The Hasselback chicken is amazing. So just keep chopping and dicing. And while you're doing that, you're also going to want to get a skillet out and put some butter in it. And then you're going to toss all of these beautiful, gorgeous vegetables together. And you're going to saute them until they're not really soft, but just a little bit tender. For this recipe, you also need 3 to 4 chicken breasts and a 1/4 cup of feta cheese crumbles. So here I am slicing my peppers, and then I set them to the side while I slice more peppers. This takes about 10 to 15 minutes for the garlic, the peppers, and the onion. I used yellow sweet onion. You can use any onion that you want. Just know that I only used about a slice of onion. You can use more if you like onion. I have 2 kids that are extremely picky, and my husband isn't the biggest fan of onion. The way that I made it, it came out so balanced and it was so delicious. This cooks at 325 for 2 hours, and it comes out so tender and soft. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you how soft this chicken is. So you're just going to dice up these peppers, and then after you dice up the peppers and the onion, you are left with this gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow of vegetables that you saute, and it creates the most aromatic scent in your kitchen. You will become quickly addicted to this dish. It's a little bit of work, but it is so worth it, and honestly, while we're quarantined, why not take a little bit more time to make dinner extra delicious? I did kind of pick the worst day to try and film this video slash recipe because of the fact that it was really hot today, and I was also baking my husband's birthday cake, so it was hot in my house in the kitchen, and I kind of regret it just a wee bit, but it's okay. Look at this gorgeous rainbow of vegetables. You got the garlic, the onions, oh, so yum. We're melting down the butter, and then you're gonna let it get completely melted and hot enough that it sizzles. Add your garlic, then garlic powder, salt, and pepper, about a teaspoon of each. Saute those veggies. Then you're going to take your chicken breasts on a clean cutting board and hatch them, but don't cut all the way through. You just want there to be notches in the chicken breast. So you can put them into your 13x9 pan, and then after these gorgeous veggies are done, you're going to take your feta cheese. Oh yes, and I season my chicken. I always season my chicken extra. Garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and pepper. And here in a minute, you're going to see that I totally messed up with my salt. When I added the spices to the butter for the sauteed vegetables, I had my salt on pour, and then I pick up the salt and boop. Don't worry, it's savable. Just scrape what you can off, rub it around a little bit. It's good. It's fine. So now you got the peppers, you throw in that feta cheese. I only had a 1/4 cup left and it worked great. You can add more if you want more, but there is more cheese at the end of this recipe, so don't overdo it so you're not stuck on the toilet for days, because that sucks. So then you're going to take your spoonful of sauteed veggies and you're going to stuff them in the hatches and rub it on top of them. Oh man, while you are smelling this, it is hard not to want to eat it, but please don't eat it, especially after touching the raw chicken breast, because nobody wants salmonella or food poisoning. That's just no. No. So once you get them all nice and stuffed, you are also going to need a can of cream of mushroom soup, and you're going to fill the can with milk. You're going to whisk that together. You can substitute milks. However, if you're going to substitute milks, you need to be aware of how those milks cook. I have never used alternative milks in my cooking, so I don't know how it would work. You could probably also use water for this step, but again, I can't guarantee that it will turn out exactly the same. You are going to pour this into your 13x9 pan. Make sure that it's just on the bottom, not on top of the chicken breasts. Reserve a 1/4 cup of this. And then bake at 325 for 2 hours. I went way over with my timer, but my timer kind of sucks. And then in the last 30 minutes of it baking, you're going to dice up a whole container of mushrooms, 16 ounces. Put it in with some butter. Take some baby spinach. I did 2 bowlfuls, and I'm weird, I destemmed my spinach. That 1/4 cup of cream of mushroom with milk that you saved, dump it on in there and cook it until it's all nice and thick. Oh, the aroma in my kitchen is seriously so good. Next, you're going to grate 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese and 1/2 cup of mozzarella. Pull it out of the oven, sprinkle it on top, and then toss it back in the oven. Oh, dump your mushrooms and your spinach. This is the smothered part of the Hasselback chicken. And then dump the cheese on top. Put it in the oven for another 10 minutes. And then you have a very delicious, extremely good dinner, and nobody in my house complained about this. My kids each ate half of one of these big chicken breasts. My husband and I were only able to eat 3/4